Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with Cataclismo. Cataclismo. If you like city defense games, you should watch my video named Best 10 Games Like They Are Billions, but you won't find Cataclismo there because of how fresh and new it is. So here you will lead the last survivors in the aftermath of the world-ending event, as a corrupted forces seeks to destroy all that remains of humanity. You will build fortresses brick by brick, designing intricate and towering structures of wood and stone, and of course use them to fend off waves of horrors as they attempt to overwhelm your band of brave warriors. And the coolest thing about the game is of course its highly modular building system, which allows you to design your fortresses as you desire, one piece at a time. You can use blueprints you have designed in advance, or use creations of other players. That is really awesome. Imagine meeting someone at the party and realizing that this is the creator of your favorite guard tower.
You saved me from monsters, mister, so many times. Thank you.
Also, the graphic style and visuals are really awesome. Artsy, I would even say. Game has around 90% positive reviews, so if you like tower defense games, there aren't many better options. You have all my recommendations. Achilles, Legends Untold. Here you will take control of a man with a really weak heel but with very strong everything else. The journey will take you to many different corners of mythological lands, where you will obtain powerful artifacts that will aid you in your quest. The game has a cool AI system that introduces innovative enemy behavior. Opponents have unscripted interactions with each other and are capable of coordinated attacks. Developers are also saying that sometimes your enemies are even taking advantage of their surroundings. Well, honestly, that should be mandatory in every modern game. If your adversary is ignoring surroundings, that is so old school. I think even pigs in Duke Nukem 3D could hide behind the walls, and the game was released in the past millennium. So Achilles Legends Untold is Souls-like, but not as hard as actual Souls games. Various Diablo-like action RPG lovers could play it as well, but of course don't expect Diablo-like battles. Here every battle is important. Well, at least they are made this way. If you played for example Sands of Aura, you may realize what I have in mind. It is a mix of genres, but I think it's really worth your attention. Necesse. Here you'll find an infinite procedurally generated world full of mysteries to uncover. As you grow your settlement, you will also lead expeditions against pirate kings, dragons, fallen wizards, and people who write in all caps. Here you can spend your days crawling through dungeons, searching for treasures and raw materials for equipment crafting. Also, you may answer the call to adventure, traversing the seas and seeking out great foes to test your prowess. Recruit settlers with particular skills and work alongside them to mine a wide variety of ores. Craft gear tailored to your preferred playstyle and establish a flourishing, amazing village. But knowing you, there is a big chance that your village will be puny and pathetic. No offense. Okay, a little offense. What are you gonna do, huh? Well, jokes aside, people are saying that the game looks simple, but it's actually really complex and fun. More than 90% of reviews are positive. Monster Hunter World. You'll take on the role of a hunter and slay ferocious monsters in a living ecosystem, where you can use the landscape and its diverse inhabitants to get the upper hand. You can hunt alone or in co-op with up to 3 other players, and use materials collected from fallen foes to craft new gear. There are 14 different weapons at your disposal, each with its own unique characteristics and styles of attack. Many hunters acquire proficiency in multiple types, while others prefer to attain mastery of one. Monster Hunter World has 87% of positive reviews on Steam, left by more than 200,000 players. Incredible achievement. A Juggler's Tale. In this cinematic adventure, you will lead Abby, the string puppet, through a grim but beautiful fairy tale world. You will have to solve riddles, evade traps, and run from various evil stuff on the way to find freedom. Game has specific mechanics, as you can see, and that creates unique puzzles you will have to solve. Well, not necessarily. You will definitely try to solve them, but honestly, that is a matter of your IQ, so make sure you have one. You will have to find your way around obstacles, cross raging rivers, sneak through bandit camps, and make it past dangerous traps, and in the process find out what it takes to truly break free from all strings attached. I guess there is a pun intended here. People who play the game are saying that A Juggler's Tale is a short, unique, and beautiful game. There is no doubt that you will like it if you enjoy platformer genre in general. For example, on Steam it has around 90% of positive reviews, so if you like unique platformers, it's definitely a good choice. If you are in doubt, you can try it by playing a free demo version. The Wandering Village. This is a city-building simulation game. In a world where mysterious plants are spreading all over the earth and emitting toxic spores as they grow, a group of people seek shelter on the back of a giant wandering creature. You'll have to become their leader, build settlement and form a symbiotic relationship with the creature to survive together. Well, I hope that you can be really helpful for the creature, because, you know, otherwise those people are just parasites living on its back and you are the leader of parasites. That doesn't sound so dreamy and glamorous, right? Well, you help the creature to get rid of the evil plants, but I doubt that it is a good deal for the creature. You know, people are pooping and dying and planting stuff on your back. It's a colony of horror from the perspective of that dinosaur thing. Anyway, the game has around 90% of positive review score, but it is in early access, so some features are probably missing. Far Cry 4. Travel to Himalayas into the fictional country of Kyrat, and of course try to overthrow the oppressive regime of the dictator in the process, because you know, that's what we do, right? Casually traveling around the world, drinking piñatas, and then boom, you are the leader of some separatist movement in the country that you have never even heard of before. And yes, I know what piñata is, I'm just trolling you. Of course, Far Cry 4 is not the newest title of the franchise, but it is still a great game with a great price. The world of Far Cry is really impressive and alive, with terrain spanning from lush forests to the snow-capped Himalayas. The entire world is teeming with life and deadly encounters. Leopards, rhinos, black eagles and vicious honey badgers. This is a home of untouched wildlife, so every time as you embark on your hunt for resources, know that something may be hunting you as well. Spirittea. If you ever saw Hayao Miyazaki's masterpiece Spirited Away, you may be pleased to know that Spirittea is inspirited by this movie. The town here is crawling with troublesome souls, and you are the only one who can see them. So you'd better get that old bathhouse up and running. Maybe that will help them to chill out. The bathhouse is an ancient building hidden up in the mountain, and it's up to you to clean it up and fill it full of customers. And you better be sure that your customers are happy. Spirits aren't something you want to be angry at you. Like, have you seen The Ring? Anyway, once the beings visit your bathhouse, you'll need to clean towels, chop wood and heat the baths, and see the spirits with their friends for the ultimate bathing experience. So no stinky spirits in this game. EVERSPACE 2. This is a fast-paced, single-player space shooter. You'll explore a world ravaged by war. A massive handcrafted area is packed with secrets, puzzles, and perils to encounter. Also, the game is looter-shooter, so every enemy you slay will give you something nice. Here you are, a clone pilot seeking your place in the universe. The events of your past tangles with clashing factions as the world around approaches a boiling point. You will have to escape colonial capture, navigate the intrigues of local warlords, evade energy-maddened cultists, and fend off war-hungry aliens. Yeah, those bastards want to rule the part of the galaxy you live in. So you will discover alien species, unveil mysteries, find hidden treasures, and defend your cargo against outlaw gangs. The campaign spans for 30 hours, a very nice amount for a single-player game. But this is just a tip of a dick. Completionists can dive deep into the EverSpace universe and spend more than 90 hours to complete every side mission, finish every challenge, and discover every hidden secret. So if you really like the game, it will give you more challenges as well. People who play the game are agreeing on one thing. This game has no BS, it actually feels like video game where you have to control a spaceship and shoot things down. Also, it has RPG elements and great customization options. Espresso Tycoon. Here you will build a coffee shop of your dreams, where your customers can relax and drink delicious coffee. And you will feel like a real cafe owner, an empire builder, and create the whole strategy for your success. I always like games like that because they teach us how business works. What do you need to start one in real life, what are the dangers, the downsides, and so on. When you play games like that, you don't have to deal with real people, so you get all the benefits and no pressure. Also, no real money. Oh well. So here you will spend your time decorating, hiring and managing employees, taking care of the supply chain, analyzing the budget, and advertising your coffee shop. The latter is the most important thing, at least in real life, because even the best product won't sell if nobody knows that it is the best. An enormous portion of every business should be allocated to advertising if you want to succeed. I spent 15 years in advertising agencies, so I saw the numbers, believe me. Anyway, the game has very positive reviews, and if you like tycoons like that, you will definitely have a great time managing your own coffee shop. Remember Me. This is an action-adventure where you will take on the role of a former elite memory hunter with the ability to break into people's minds and steal or even alter their memories. What is more cyberpunk than that, huh? So the authorities, fearful of your knowledge and capabilities, arrested you and wiped your memory clean. After the escape from prison, you set out on a mission to recover your identity. This search for the past will lead you to being hunted by the very people that created this surveillance society. The action is set in a Paris of the future, so get ready for a very cool environment. People are saying that the game has an interesting story, and even if it's a bit older, graphics are still kinda decent. Pilgrims. Do you know about Samorost and Machinarium? It is another creation of the developers who made these wonderful games, and Pilgrims kinda look like a wonderful game as well, so don't doubt it, I forbid. You'll roam the land as you please and make new friends, share a laugh with your fellow travelers and help them complete their little stories your way. How many different solutions can you find? This game is meant for playing, not for beating it. It's the journey, not the destination. Game is packed with 45 achievements and amazing music, and just look at this price, looks cute and friendly for your wallet. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Here you'll become the Hunter, the first fully customizable original hero in the Marvel universe. You can personalize your appearance, choose your reactions to situations, and build friendships with other Marvel characters spanning the Avengers, X-Men, Runaways, and so on. Like in many similar games, you will decide who to take with you on missions, which missions to embark on, and a host of other options to make this a unique experience. The game is made by the creators of the legendary XCOM series, so there is no surprise that the game has a very positive review score on Steam and is appreciated by Marvel fans and by turn-based lovers as well. For example, I liked superhero movies, but when they started to make like 7 of them every year, I stopped watching and I have no idea who half of these superheroes in this game are. Old World. A really nice game for Civilization and Crusader Kings fans. It is an historical strategy game where you lead your empire through multiple generations, building a grand legacy to last beyond your own years. Here, each of the 7 kingdoms has 4 noble families that provide various benefits when put in charge of your cities. So you will obviously have to marry for politics, raise your heirs, and manage your relationship with the other influential noblemen of your kingdom. So like in that movie I never saw with Vin Diesel, family is what matters here, and if you want to be a strong ruler, your family must be strong as well. So probably marriages between cousins or brothers and sisters here and there is what you actually want. You may think that this is just a simple clone of Civilization, but the game actually takes about 40 hours to beat and contains 3000 unique events inspired by history and mythology. Review score hovers around 80% of positivity, so despite some minor things, all is good in this field. Yes, Your Grace. In this kingdom management RPG, petitioners will arrive in the throne room each turn to ask for your advice and assistance. You will have to decide whether to help them with their problems or to conserve resources for more important matters. Your supplies are limited and not everyone has the kingdom's best interest at heart. You will not be alone in this task. You will hire generals, witches and hunters to aid your kingdom, prepare for battles and make alliances by satisfying the needs of lords and other kings. People on Steam are saying that the game makes you feel like a real king, although it is a bit depressing. You know, many of your choices have grim consequences and you are personally responsible for all of that. Garry's Mod. This game is really just a giant toy box. Absent of any objectives and rules, it will provide you with various props, character models, and a whole load of tools from which you can create all manner of weird and kinky stuff. You spawn objects and weld them together to create your own contraptions. Whether that's a car, a rocket, a potato salad, or something that doesn't have a name yet, it's up to you. You can do it offline or join the thousands of players who play online each day. The Garry's Mod community is a tremendous source of content and has added hundreds of unique modes to the game. You can be a plant, a soldier, or a beer bottle, or just beer without bottle, you name it. Sovereign Syndicate. Here in this Victorian steampunk CRPG you will explore an open world filled with mystery and danger. You can choose from 3 playable characters with branching stories that intertwine. You will investigate, interact and take action to leave your mark on the world and its inhabitants. You will not find any random stat points here and will have to use your skills to level them up. Game wants you to trust your fate to the innovative tarot card chance system. You can solve problems with combat, persuasion, magic or even explosives. The game is heavily influenced by by games like Fallout, Baldur's Gate and Disco Elysium. NPCs react to your gender, race, appearance and choice of dialogue, so you'd better look and act the part if you want the right results. But not everything is certain. Luck plays a role, and it's all in the cards with the aforementioned tarot card chance system. Well, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of randomness in the games, and luck is exactly that. A random outcome to which you have no or little influence, at least when we are talking about approximately equal chances of success and failure. Anyway, Sovereign Syndicate may very well be a hidden gem or at least a nice polished rock. If you are in doubt, you can play the demo version already. Clanfolk. This is a city builder set in the Scottish Highlands. As always, you will have to harness your environment to survive. Fish, gather, hunt and farm as you prepare for the winter. Build an inn, trade with other clans, have children and marry them off. You can create your own lineage, you know, a clan of Weeklong ding-dongs. Why not? Or choose from an existing clan, and then take charge of the multi-generational family seeking to survive in the harsh Scottish Highlands. Every member of your family here has their own traits, aspirations, dreams and skills that will probably never become true, you know, because you are in charge and no offense. Anyway, they will care for themselves and for each other, and they will seek to better themselves over time. The game is well received by players, so don't hesitate if you like colony sims. Borderlands 3. You'll blast through weird worlds and enemies as one of 4 world hunters, the ultimate treasure-seeking badasses of the Borderlands, each with deep skill trees, abilities and customization. So in this looter-shooter RPG you will play solo or join the battle with friends to take on an epic enemies, score loads of loot and save your home from the most ruthless cult leaders in the galaxy. With bazillions of guns and gadgets, every fight is an opportunity to score new gear, and that gear is more than crazy. Firearms with self-propelling bullet shields? Check. Rifles that spawn fire-spewing volcanoes? Obviously. Guns that grow legs and chase down enemies while cursing? Yeah, got that too. On Steam, Borderlands 3 is an owner of very positive reviews, so it's a no-brainer if you like shoot and loot. Just grab the game and be happy. Make your enemies unhappy by making them die. Empires of the Undergrowth. You will become an ant daddy or an ant mama, and you will help them excavate nests underground, construct tunnels and chambers to store food and raise the brood. You will control a variety of warrior ant species and wage battles, and command your workers to build and supply your base. Also, you will have to protect your queen at all costs, at the same time navigating the threats and opportunities of the insect world. Missions are narrated from the perspective of a documentary filmmaker who is studying the ants. He offers intelligent insight into the happening of the colony and the undergrowth beyond. Yeah, sadly it's not Attenborough, but you get the idea. People in the Steam comments are saying that it's very fun to play, although it can be hard and frustrating at times. You know, ants are kinda dumb, just like your cousin, but once you get the hang of it, it is really fun game to play. The review score is above 90%, meaning that this may be the game you were looking for all along. Monster Hunter Rise. This is originally a Nintendo Switch game released back in 2021. Now we have this action-soaked game on Steam as well, and this version is obviously upgraded to meet our expectations. You will rise to the challenge and become a hunter, explore brand new maps and use a variety of weapons to take down fearsome monsters. That's what developers say, but I would change the word fearsome to airy-fairy, because those monsters are anything but fearsome. Although they are beautiful, I can't deny that. Each monster you hunt will provide materials that allow you to create new weapons and ammo. You can also upgrade your existing gear so you can go back on the field and hunt even more airier and fairier monsters and earn even better rewards. Of course, all of that is presented in 4K resolution with ultra-wide monitor support and unlocked frame rate. Against the Storm. This is a roguelite city builder set in a gloomy dark fantasy world. Artistically, this is one of the coolest RTS city builder games I have ever seen. The style is very original and the atmosphere is breathtaking. I didn't like only one thing: here it never stops raining. I hate rain in real life because I wear glasses and this combo is never a good thing. But in game it feels like a never-ending visual interference. Some people may like it, some don't, so it's not a big deal in general. Anyway, here you are a pioneer engineers sent into the wilds to establish and manage new settlements inhabited by smart beavers, lizards, and humans. Weird choice of races, but I really approve of that. I'm so tired of elves, dwarves, and various combos of demons and undead. Lizards and beavers are awesome, and you will feel like one of them. You will care about their survival, about their happiness, and will protect them from danger. Well, not always. This is a roguelite after all, so the occasional defeat is programmed in the genre of the game. After a bitter end, the game will instantly offer you better buildings and devices, so your next run would be better, and the cycle continues until another bitter defeat. Your goal is to survive long enough and gather the valuable resources necessary to rebuild and upgrade your city. It's the only safe haven against the Blightstorm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. On Steam it has above 90% of positive reviews, and I can give it 10 cold beers out of 10, without much doubt. Wall World. This is a mining roguelite with tower defense elements and a very affordable price. Here you'll explore procedurally generated mines and discover fantastical biomes, find resources and technologies and purchase valuable upgrades, fight off hordes of aggressive monsters using your mobile base and roam the world freely day and night in various weather conditions, find traces of the others and boldly mine where no man has mined before. The game has a really fun concept, beautiful art style and reminds me a bit of a Dome Keeper, another beautiful indie game. People on Steam are saying that the game has a great replay value and a bit of a boring ending, but this game is the journey, not the destination. Cloudpunk. Here you will play as a person named Rania. This is your first night working for Cloudpunk, a semi-legal delivery company based in the sprawling city of Nivalis. You go everywhere, from the marrow below to the spires that pierce the grey clouds high above. No delivery job is too dangerous and no one is faster than a Cloudpunk driver. You never ask what's in the package you are delivering, but, you know, one day everything went south and suddenly you will have to unravel mysteries in a world of corporate conspiracy, hackers, and rogue AI. Great original game. Xenonauts 2. This is a strategy game that puts you in charge of a multinational military organization tasked with eliminating aliens. Yeah, we hate aliens in this game, so working from the shadows you must seek out and engage the growing alien presence wherever it appears. You will expand and manage a covert network of bases across the globe. You will pursue research and development to achieve technological success and beat the alien invaders. People are saying that the game is perfectly suited for everyone who hates aliens and who like the games like XCOM. Which is, to be honest, about hating and eliminating the aliens as well. Honestly, that's one of the last things we can officially hate and not be cancelled anymore. Let's hope aliens will never actually arrive, cause we will go woke instantly in this field as well.
Mommy, those buttsuckers are raping the fish in our pond again.
Come on, little Timmy, don't call them that. They are sexually diverse space species who deserve our respect.
But Mom, they have butt instead of the face, and they hate us.
Yes, they are rear and fronted species with impaired respect for others, but they are still humans just like us, and like our veggies. And now shut up and eat your moss in silence.
Project Hospital. You'll manage your very own hospital. It's a serious business without any funny diseases or events. Here you will become an ace doctor, an aspiring architect, and a successful manager all at the same time. I especially like the details of this game. How you put a microscope on a table, how monitors are lit up only when the doctor is using them, and many other similar things. You know how they say, the potato salad is in the details. Also, this game has great educational value. I've seen actual doctors saying that this is a very impressive title. Well, honestly, anyone can introduce themselves as a doctor on the internet, so take this with a grain of salt. For example, I am a doctor as well, but I can cure only one disease, your eternal boredom. For that I have a vaccine of good games in my entertaining lists. And speaking about this game, if you ever wanted to become an outstanding penis doctor, but the life ripped this chance out of your weak, limpy hands, this is your opportunity to at least take a glimpse at this glorious life you will never have. The Age of Decadence. As developers of this game say, traditionally many fantasy RPGs are about killing things, clearing up dungeons and being a hero, but Age of Decadence wants nothing to do with kobolds, just as it wants nothing to do with doodads or
unimaginable power.
The overarching idea is a crumbling society divided among three noble houses, each fumbling around in its own version of darkness to comprehend what destroyed the world. That's the central mystery. So here you are, the detective perspective, piecing together what really happened from different accounts. So basically this is a low fantasy post-apocalyptic game, which is way less common than usual post-apocalypse with irradiated wasteland anywhere you go. The game is not very long, it will take around 14 hours to finish, but be aware of various bugs and glitches. Not everyone experienced those, but to be sure you can download a demo version on Steam absolutely free and just test it out. Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. Here you will destroy mighty ships, recover materials and earn good imaginary money. Because earning good, not imaginary money, is only in our imagination. Yeah, subscribe for more pep talk. Anyway, in the game you can expect new bigger ships, new gameplay features and improvements. Also well-known mechanics from the first game that have been significantly improved. So if you never played the first part, there is no point of doing that now. So with a hammer and a torch in your hands you will discover that there are a dozen kilometers of wreckage on the coast and thousands of tons of steel that you have to sell. Once I listened to a podcast about black matter detectors, and scientist Katie Mack said that for these only old steel of ships made before the nuclear era of humanity are a viable material, because they don't have radiation the new stuff has, and that steel from these old ships is the best thing for science. An interesting fact, no doubt. The game has around 80% positive reviews and a free demo version you can try. Boop. Boop. And now thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye.